Slithery snakes. Introduction. Snakes are unusual animals. They are reptiles, a class of creatures that also includes lizards and turtles. Along the limbless snakes come in many lengths, patterns, and colors. To date, scientists have identified several thousand species of snakes. They live in the oceans, in trees, and on land. And they have adapted to survive in many unusual ways. Snakes are found on every continent except Antarctica. From places, however, are snake-free zones. For instance, no snakes living in the wild on certain islands, such as Ireland, New Zealand, and Iceland, depending on the species. Snakes in the wild may live up to 25 years. Snake traits. Like all reptiles, snakes are cold-blooded, meaning their body temperature changes as the temperature around them changes. If a snake needs to warm up, it basks in the sun. If the snake needs to cool down, it rests in the shade. Snakes become much less active in winter. Some snakes that live through cold winters do not hibernate. Instead, they find a place underground or beneath a rock pile or a log to stay warm. Another way snakes remain warm in the winter is by gathering in a group and looping around each other to share body heat. A snake's skeleton is made up of a long backbone, ribs, and a skull, and a jawbone. Its hard, bony skull protects its brain. Snakes can have from about 150 to more than 400 vertebrae. There are many vertebrae allow them to move in multitude of ways. If a very limber snake usually has more vertebrae. Like all reptiles, a snake has scales on its body. In addition to providing protection, scales are nearly waterproof, helping keep the snake dry. The scales grow on snake skin. Some scales are colorful. Other snakes have scales of camouflage, which helps them blend in with their surroundings. Since snakes have no arms or legs, they use their muscles and scales to move. The scales on their belly tightly grip the surface beneath them. Their muscles help them to move from side to side, or slither along the ground. Some even use their muscles and scales to climb trees. Snake scales look like a single sheet of skin. Snakes don't actually shed skin. Instead, they shed the outer layers of their scales. Snakes usually set up 2 to 4 times per year. This is called molting. During molting, a snake rubs against a hard object, such as rock or log. Rubbing helps it keep search of and split. The snake crawls out and leaves it behind. Snakes shed for several reasons. Young snakes shed more often than mature snakes because they are still growing. Unlike skin of other animals, a snake's skin does not stretch as the snake grows. Another reason the snake shed is to get rid of parasites that many have attracted to their old skin. The scales protect the snake's eyes as well as its body. Unlike many animals, snakes do not have eyelids, and their eyes do not move. Instead, each eye is covered with a clear scale that protects the eye from drying out. Because of this, the snakes can't blink. Another difference between the snakes and the other animals is their ears. Snakes do not have ears on the outside of their skull. Instead, they listen through the jawbone. Some vibrations pass through the jawbone to the inner ear, which sends a signal to the snake's brain. Another important feature is the snake's tongue. Of a snake is its tongue. A snake uses its forked tongue to smell. When its tongue is out, scent particles stick to it. The snake pulls its tongue back and touches the roof of its mouth, where a special organ identifies the scent particles. Certain snakes, such as pythons and boas, are able to sense the heat of a warm-blooded animal nearby. Pits near a snake's eye can sense even the slightest change in the temperature around them. Another snakes grow as pit vipers. Use two sensitive pits to send heat image to their brain. The snake can see its brain through the heat given off by the prey's body. This adaptation helps them judge distances while hunting in the dark. Hunting and eating. Snakes are carnivores or meat eaters. They eat other animals in several ways. Some snakes inject venom, which is a type of toxin. When they bite their prey, other snakes called contraducts squeeze prey to death. Some snakes sneak up to their prey and grab it with their powerful jaws and swallow it alive. Most snakes' upper and lower jaws are loosely connected. This allows a snake to spread its jaws and open its mouth wide enough to swallow large objects. Snakes' teeth are mainly designed for catching and holding prey. Their fangs and regular teeth are curved back, which pushes the food toward their throat. They are even able to push their breathing tube out of their mouth so they can breathe as they swallow the prey whole. Once the prey has been swallowed, a snake uses its powerful muscles to move it into the stomach and intestines. Strong acids produced by the walls of the stomach dissolve the prey into a liquid-like mass for easy digestion. How snakes are born. Most snakes that live in the cold areas mate in the late spring or early summer. Snakes can live in the warmer areas, may mate for any time of year. Once they mate, the male snake usually leaves. About 2/3 of all female snakes lay their eggs in a safe place, and they leave. Snake eggs are soft, leather shells. Baby snakes grow inside of the eggs and must develop sharp teeth to cut through the egg to hatch. Once a baby snake hatches and must survive on its own, it's not easy to survive because birds, some mammals, and other snakes eat baby snakes. Sometimes the female snakes, such as rattlesnake, hold their eggs inside their body until they hatch. Others, such as common gather snakes, also give birth to live young. Venomous snakes. Some but not all snakes produce venom. Venom is injected through the fangs, which are located in the snake's jaws. Venom is produced in sacs behind the snake's eyes. Some fangs are hollow, so the venom can flow through them from these sacs. Snakes use venom and use venom for both defense and attack. They usually inject more venom when they bite. In defense, snakes' venom paralyzes their prey. Some inject the prey with venom and let it go. Then they use the scent to smell and heat sensors to track the prey until it dies. Other snakes use their teeth or body to hold the prey until it dies. Then they eat it. Fewer than half of the venomous snakes have venom that is strong enough to kill humans. Conclusion: snakes are among the animal kingdom's fiercest predators. Snakes have survived from more environments because their sense has adapted to the natural world in specific ways. Whether they are long or short, long or large or tiny, venomous strikers or constrictors, snakes are fantasizing animals that play an important role in the Earth's natural environment.